I'm Mary McDonald, and I graduated with a MET degree in 2020. I did the certificate first route just in case something had happened along the way and I wasn't able to complete. So that graduation was 2018, and then the full MET degree in 2020. And I am the Community Program Delivery Manager at Pingwa, which is a not-for-profit that partners with remote and rural and Indigenous and other communities to share digital skills and STEAM education. I chose the MET program because I needed something fully online. Because of my family situation, I wouldn't be able to go out. And so the accessible fully online, there was no obligation to be in person at any point, was something I really needed. And then beyond that, when I found the MET degree, I was really excited by a number of the aspects, the international flavor of it, that it's people from all over the world can join this program and share their perspectives, was really exciting because I had started my teaching career overseas and did my first 4 years of teaching in Africa and then in Asia. And so that was really interesting. The other part, when I started looking at the course selection, seemed like it was really exciting and enticing. There were a lot of courses that brought in some fantastic pedagogical and theoretical perspectives, and as well with a good mix of, what are you going to do with this? How are you going to make that change using these courses and this learning? So that was really exciting. The MET degree actually opened doors for me professionally, which was amazing. It was a leap of faith from an elementary school teacher. What can I do to expand my horizons? That wasn't a possible career for me anymore, given family situations. And so I dove into the MET degree as a leap of faith. What can happen? And I ended up landing my absolute dream job, which is fantastic. And just, having that degree, having that perspective, and having those learnings has really, really, really well prepared me for the position I'm in. Pingwa is a non-traditional educational setting, and we partner with communities and people and folks in all different kinds of settings of all different ages, all across the country. And so the richness and depth and breadth of the MET degree, where I had all those different perspectives from all my colleagues, my fellow students coming from all over the world and all different settings and different stages in their own careers, and working with different people in different settings, non-traditional educational settings as well as traditional educational settings, really gave me a wonderful richness of collective knowledge and perspectives that I can then bring now to my wearing many hats and many different perspectives positions. So I feel really well prepared from the MET degree, and I'm so grateful for all those experiences and the people who shared their time and their learning with me in that journey. It's funny because, well, not funny, haha. I was immediately entranced by the idea that we could be collaborative in a group and fully engaged, even though we're all spread across the world in different time zones, and we could work virtually and remotely. So this is before COVID, before this whole remote world became much more of a reality. And I can also count on one hand probably how many Zoom calls we had and synchronous kind of learnings. Most of that was took place asynchronously, which again I think is really rich. A really rich experience that we can bring forward to this new blended world where we have lots of virtual settings, and bring those perspectives and those techniques and those strategies and that experience of having been fully engaged and fully collaborating across time and space. And I think that was a really wonderful experience in itself. And then as it turned out in time, that it became a really valuable experience as well, that I can offer folks and support people in their journeys as they in an educational setting where we're many of our many of our interactions are now virtual. So developing relationships and teaching and learning, what that can look like through a remote setting. So that was a really fantastic experience to bring forward. The other, not so much surprising, but just what I really appreciated was also the opportunity to do some special projects where I could dive into my own passions and interests and curiosities and questions that were intriguing me. And that was also a really, really amazing opportunity. I took some of those projects in directions that were a little unusual, I guess, and being able to connect those interests and curiosities and questions to the theory and pedagogical frameworks that we were working through with the Met, that really provided a fantastic learning opportunity for myself, that I could go on this journey of this investigation and connect it back through the theory and really explore something unusual. That was really fantastic. I think it really was that engagement, that we could be fully engaged in a asynchronous remote setting, and yet I could feel so in touch with the other people I was learning with. I think that really was a huge surprise. I was in the situation I was in. I was quite isolated at the time and couldn't really leave, given the family situation. And so that was it was wonderful to suddenly be surrounded by colleagues who were interested in these things and discussing and doing the rich readings, and I could feel so involved, even though we were completely separated in time and space. That really was actually a surprise and a wonderful, wonderful learning. I have recommended the MET program to many of my colleagues and people I've met along the way, partners, and I recommend it because of the things that I've so appreciated, the international aspect, people coming from all different settings. The advice I would give is to take your time. Don't overload with so many courses that you don't have time to give, because of course you get out what you give in, and there are a whole community of people very interested in diving deeply into these questions and journeys of learning. And so if you don't have the time to give to that and really, really develop those relationships and take from that what you could, you're going to miss a lot of what you could gain from the Met. So I'd say take your time and really enjoy it. I think I just want to mention that again, that I'm just so grateful for all the fellow colleagues I've met who, through those courses, who have helped to shape my journey and helped to shape what I now give to the world in my position, or give to the world, but that I am able to share with folks. And I'm just really grateful for all of those opportunities, from professors, from fellow colleagues, from readings, everything. It's just such an amazing enhancement of what I feel I can now take forward in my role.